Hawkeye's been through a lot of stuff, right? Outside of, just what happened in Endgame with, Ronin, becoming a Ronin and stuff like that after he lost his family and just going crazy on the criminal empire. But I want to know more of, like, how he became like one of the most feared people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like we're going to get into that with this series. What can I say, man? We got the first 2 episodes out now, and I'm super excited for this show just because I like what Marvel's doing for these smaller characters. And I mean, Hawkeye is an Avenger, right? So it's like, is he really a small character or no? Like, you know what I'm saying? But he's like one of the lesser known, like, laid back, chill Avengers. And they even go over that in, like, these first few episodes, which I'm always happy when shows start off like with like at least 2 episodes, just to get a gist of what the show is going to be like. But like Katie even brought up like his branding as far as like who he's supposed to be compared to everybody else, because he's her favorite superhero, right? He's her inspiration. We basically like get her background in this episode too, but the fact that they brought up, like, as far as marketability wise, they understand where Hawkeye stands as far as everybody else. So I think this show is going to be good based off of these first 2 episodes, because to me it's not so much the actual like what's happening, it's more so the banter. We've gotten some like hints of where we're going as far as like for the rest of this series, because this is taking place like present day, right? That's what they brought us to. We started off in 2012 where the first invasion happened with Loki and things like that, where Katie lost her pops, and basically she saw Hawkeye and that changed her whole life, right? She's been searching and trying to become a superhero since then, and she's basically like in the interim of like figuring out who she's going to be. She's got a path that's laid out for her, literally, from her parents, because her parents got stupid bread, right? She has that, and then she also has like what she's passionate about, which is helping people. I'm sure we'll get more into that as we go along, but I will say, like, right now I'm definitely enjoying their dynamic. So they've only known each other for like a little bit right now, right? And the only reason why they even came into contact with each other was because she was able to get a hold of Hawkeye's Ronin suit, right? Which is like something that was super big for me, for them to not only address but to get more into, because obviously Hawkeye's been through a lot of stuff, right? Outside of just what happened in Endgame with Ronin becoming a Ronin and stuff like that after he lost his family and just going crazy on the criminal empire. But I want to know more of, like, how he became like one of the most feared people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like we're going to get into that with this series. Like, now whether like he ends up retiring again or Kate ends up taking his place, later on, we'll have to wait and see on that. But at this point, he's just trying to be like a good dad, right? He's trying to reassimilate back to regular life, and his family is so jaded as far as like just being used to the life that he lives. Like, it's still eating him up on the inside, because he knows it's like when he lost them all, right? So he's still dealing with that, and I think that's going to be interesting to dive deeper into. But overall, man, this show is looking fire, bro. So I'm definitely gonna have to stamp this joint. A lot of people, I feel like, are sleeping on it just because it's Hawkeye, right? But for me, it's really the banter. It's really the banter and the chemistry between those two, and the situations that they are in right now. And as far as like what this might mean for the overall universe, this might not be the most like epic series that they're going to put out, but I think it's still like pretty entertaining. It's really it's pretty funny. It's got that Marvel feel to it, and the fact that we are getting flashbacks and getting references that actually relate to what has already happened in the MCU. You know, I always like that, bro. So I really like this show. I definitely recommend y'all checking it out if you haven't already. And I think I don't know what days these are gonna come out, but it kind of snuck up on me. I honestly forgot that it was coming out, so I'm super excited to be able to check that joint out. But you know, that's pretty much all I got on Hawkeye right now.